All right, back here today. You've seen the title. We're lubing this cube with WD40. If you've seen Will It Lube before and already have seen the review for this, you can skip to this timestamp shown. And if not, let's get into the review. This is my RHIA Thunderclap version 1. This cube is probably 7 or 8 years old, and so it's, not the best cube out there. For turning, this cube actually turns pretty smoothly, but it just has a lot of issues catching. We lubed this with glue last time, and it made the corner cutting a lot worse, but we can hardly cut 45 degrees. It kind of moved there. So yeah, can't cut 45 degrees. We can cut about 1/3 of the cube, but that's about it, which with today's standards is not great. The M slices are fine, but are really buggy due to the amount of friction on the inside of the cube. And the final thing that a lot of you probably already guessed, this cube is not magnetized, so overall, this would not be anybody's main. But today, lubing it with WD40, we're gonna see what we can do with this cube. Hit the like button right now so I can do more of this series and destroy more cubes. But WD40, let's get into it. So I was trying to get a smaller size so it would actually fit on the camera, but they were all sold out. So we got the big industrial size can, as you do. Let's go ahead, fold this thing open, and I think it's gonna work. All right, so the fun thing about WD-40 is it's got this little straw on it, which means we don't even need to really take apart the cube. We can just kind of put it all the way into there and then just fill it up. Get a little bit on the exterior of the pieces. That's got a lot of pressure, blew it out the other side, but we'll mix this thing up quick. And I can already tell you, this cube is pretty smooth from the start, but it's now a lot more smooth. But you guys already know, we're gonna put a little bit more in just to seal the deal here. All right, and we'll call that good, but let's mix this thing up all the way and get the timer out. All right, so I moved my camera over a little bit, so if it looks different, that's why. But here's the cube. I'm pretty nervous already because while I was scrambling it up, it seemed to get a lot more catches. Sure, it was more smooth, but catching is not a good thing, a good sign on any of these cubes. So let's do the solve, and feel free to critique me in the comments. I'm trying to get faster at cubing, so let's go ahead. Just had a freak out there. I thought I forgot to hit the record button again. So far, the solve's going pretty fine. There's some big issues with this cube I'm about to go over here in a second, but let's get this thing solved. Oh my gosh. Here's my issues with this cube. So right now, my hands are super greasy. In this cube, a lot of you call this UV coated, but this is like just normal plastic. This is before that UV coat was invented. So it is really, really slick on here and hard to grasp. You guys probably saw me struggling with the middle layer. And part of it's because these fingers were slipping on my grip. But also I couldn't hit that center layer very easily like you would on a GAN, I guess that was a good example there, but it just got really tight for me. Part of that issue is because WD-40 is meant for metal. You guys can see metal to metal application, which means it's not gonna bond to the plastic. And you can kind of see it bubbling up on the piece, working its way towards the outside of the cube just because it's not meant for this. I guarantee I set this down for 30 minutes. There's gonna be a little pool of it on my table. I mean, there already was like right there, but this is not made for plastic, so I don't really recommend using it in your cube. And then the other issue is I was getting a lot more catches and locks, which I didn't see happening, but it happened for some reason. So we're gonna check the corner cutting here. Still can't do 45. We'll check our 1/3 of the cube. We can't reverse it, but we can do normal. So yeah, our corner cutting didn't get better. The cube did get more smooth, but it locks more. So in my opinion, WD-40, definitely going bottom of the list. I'll give it like a 2 out of 10. If you're trying to get a smooth cube and don't really care about what happens to your cube, be my guest to use it. But this can was like $5 or something like that. So at that point, might as well just buy real lubricant. for your cube. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys. If you made it towards the end of the video, consider subscribing. It's free, means a lot to me. Like the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.